What's up, everyone? This is Bacon, and today we're doing another Magic Hat Circus Tour video. We've done a few of these, basically just looking at the event and then looking at the gift card. That's really the big part of these events, is seeing what kind of rewards we can get. But for those of you who haven't done the Circus Tour or Magician's event, basically you want to make sure you're doing your daily quest. If you go here, you get these cards, and these you can use to, if we go back to events, basically make pulls. So every time you get 300 cards, which every day you'll get about 275, so you'll get just under that unless you spend some money. You can pull 10 pulls, and then you can get one of these things. Some good summoning things here. You know, the percentages aren't great, but when you pull 10, decent odds. And then you get some resources here, which, again, free stuff. Can't really complain too much about that. And then when you make pulls, you get these materials here, which you can use in the shop to buy things. So here's the shop. We got Arthur, we got Leo. Honestly, I'm personally not going to go for these. I'm just going to buy these in the shop as they become available. I almost have Arthur completely built out, so don't really need him anymore. Leo, I don't think he's like super urgent to get, and you have to spend money and just do a lot of investing to get him overall. So I wouldn't personally go for him. What I'm going to do, and if you've watched my channel before, you know what I'm probably going to say already. I'm going to go for the tier 2 stones. These are so rare. They're only basically found in events like this and through Expedition. And so that's why I'm going to go for it. I think when you look at everything else, it's just the best buy. Honestly, I think stargazing cards have kind of gone up in value as there's more heroes that are good in the game. But if you don't want to get the tier 2 stones, which are used to upgrade your armor from tier 1 to tier 2, you can get those. Signature item investments are never a bad thing. Dimensional choice chests aren't bad, but I just think they aren't as valuable as these tier 2 stones. You might be tempted to go for Mortis Athalia here. Honestly, these aren't the worst heroes they've had in here. They've had some pretty garbage ones. Mortis, however, you can get through the shop, the arena shop, so I don't think he's really worth it. And then Athalia is a decent hero, but you just really need to build her out completely, and I don't think you really need to do that or prioritize her. So I would leave these two alone. Obviously, I just would not buy any of these heroes, even though, Mira's good, Gracia's good, and almost all these heroes are actually pretty good. So they have a good assortment, which is nice, but unless you're spending money, I just can't recommend it. I would say tier 1 or tier 2 chests. Mythic variety chests honestly aren't terrible either, because you get to choose who you want or what you want, and these are kind of hard to come by, honestly. You really don't get these very often. I would personally stay away from Destiny's Summon Scrolls. I would stay away from all this. I just think the things that you really don't find often are those tier 2 chests, and that's why I'm going to pinpoint that one. And then the last thing I want to touch on is the Circus Tour event, which is kind of hand in hand with this. Basically, you get a chance to challenge these people. My team that I'm using, I'm just pulling straight from the rankings. I'm going down, I'm looking at the top one. Obviously, their heroes are built out way more than mine, but it works really well. And if you look at all of them, they're literally all the same teams. So everyone's just doing the same thing. So I'm just going to copy them. There's no reason to really kind of dig much deeper into that. And so I would just do that with all these battles. Just copy the top people. You get some chests depending on where you find yourself. I think I'm on like 100 and something. I'm in the top 100, so I get the 100 ranking fortune chest, which is 3,000 diamonds, which, hey, I'll take that for sure. But looks like this is a guild one, actually. So the guild member with the highest rank in your circus leaderboard will win rewards for their guild. So yeah, currently the highest person has 7,500. They're in the top 10. So it'll be shared amongst guild members. So never mind, it's not individual. It's based on whoever in your guild is the highest ranked in this. So keep that in mind. Not really worth stressing too much about it, but you can find more information here just about some of like the battle and what makes it unique. And then you can look at each hero. Look at their descriptions. I think it's fine that this guy's in there. But make sure you do that, because when you do it, you can open these chests and you get more of the cards, which you can then use here. So once you get 300, I would just do the 10 pull. Once you do that, you will get 10 of these. And then basically every time you do a 10 pull, you get 10 of these resources that you can use in the shop. I wouldn't pull these individually just because it doesn't make sense. That's just more work. Just wait till you have 300. You'll get them after day 2. And I think that's it. This event's pretty straightforward. It's not really complicated. It's just more so what you want to spend your stuff on. So that's my thoughts on the event. Curious what you guys are going to prioritize and why. I'm always open to different opinions. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. And as always, have a great rest of your day. Peace.